What is going on, people? This is Ricky J, man. If you guys missed the Colby Covington Robbie Lawler fight, man, you missed a grind of a fight, man. Holy smokes. This Colby Covington guy, he's got a big mouth. Oh yeah, you guys know it. But he could really back up his talk with his fighting skills. And he put together just, in my opinion, a great performance. But let's talk about the fight right away in the stare down. Colby Covington did not want to touch gloves with Robbie Lawler, man. It's kind of disappointing because so many people respect Robbie Lawler for his fighting style and for all the fights that he's graced us with throughout the years of his career. But when the fight got going, holy smokes. Colby starts off the fight with a Superman punch, and I don't know if he landed it because it happened so fast. And Robbie was doing a good job kind of moving his head. And then Colby went in for a quick little takedown, but Robbie stuffed it and then made him pay with some great strikes. The opening 20 seconds of this fight was just 100 miles an hour. And I really thought that Robbie Lawler did a good job stuffing those takedowns and then making Colby pay every time he got stuffed on those takedowns. As you see on the screen right here, Colby desperately going in for those takedowns to try to stop Robbie Lawler's onslaught, and Robbie kept it on the feet. And this is what Robbie Lawler wanted to do, man. He wanted to stuff those takedowns, sprawl and brawl like Chuck Liddell, and he was doing a good job in the early moments of the fight. As you see on the screen, that was 8 seconds of the fight. That's how crazy the beginning of this fight was. But it wasn't until Colby Covington kind of got his bearings, man, and utilized that unbelievable wrestling ability, because he started pushing forward, started clinching up with Robbie, and then tried to go for takedowns and ended up getting a takedown. He had to work pretty hard for that first takedown, but he got it. And I think, look at this image right here. He's like almost upside down. But I think that Robbie Lawler was drained after this little sequence here because Colby kept on putting it on him, kept on putting it on him. He ended up getting his back. And it was interesting too. It looked like he was going to get that choke on him, and Robbie was going to get flashbacks of his previous fight, man, but against Askren. But it didn't seem like Colby wanted to get that choke. I felt like the angle was tough for him to lock it in, but what he was doing was just riding Robbie and just trying to drain him out. And it really paid off for him, because as the fight went on, as we move on here, you really saw Colby utilizing that really good boxing skills. But what made his boxing so good was the threat of the takedown. And every time he landed some strikes, every time he got confident with his striking ability, he shot for a takedown. And some people were saying on Twitter and on Instagram, they're like, how come Robbie Lawler seemed a little gun shy? He was doing a lot of rolling. He was rolling the punches, you know, because Colby's punches, a lot of them didn't have a lot of steam on them, but it was the volume, kind of like a Nate Diaz style. But Lawler was just anticipating those takedowns, and it stifled his ability to get his offense going. And in the end, holy smokes, this guy Colby Covington, he threw, I think, over 500 strikes in the fight, and he only landed 89 significant strikes, but it was that onslaught of punches that really slowed Robbie Lawler down, man. It was a good fight to see. Personally, I was cheering for Robbie Lawler, but you got to respect the ability of Colby Covington, throwing 137 strikes in the third round, 129 in the fourth round, and then 153 in the fifth round. It was a really good performance. I think now moving forward, he's going to get that title shot against Usman. And Usman's got unbelievable wrestling, guys. Man, you could argue that Usman has better wrestling than Colby Covington. But I think Colby's aggressive boxing is going to win him that next fight. It's going to be interesting to see. Let me know your thoughts on the fight between Colby and Robbie, and even Colby and Usman moving forward. The one thing, though, that I didn't like was in the post-game talk how Colby Covington, he mentioned something kind of silly. I think it was kind of out of line, but he was talking about Matt Hughes. And for all you guys that don't know, Matt Hughes and Robbie Lawler are good, close friends. And you know what happened with Matt Hughes, as he had that crazy accident by the train tracks. And Colby Covington said something along the lines of, you should have learned, Robbie, from Matt Hughes. This is after the fight, by the way, that you should stay off the train tracks, the wrestling train tracks, or something like that. But I thought it was uncalled for. You know, you know, you get the fight talk going, and that's fine, but to put something, you know, as personal as the Matt Hughes thing in your post-game talk was kind of shallow. But anyhow, guys, I'll end off this video. Let me know your thoughts on the fight that we saw, man, just earlier today, and I'll catch you in the next one. All right, guys, this is Ricky J, baby, from Ricky J Sports. Have a good one, guys. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. And don't forget, man, you are awesome.